What is going on, guys? Matt O'Leary back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to get into a couple of notes from OTAs yesterday. After I put out the video on Robert Saleh's press conference, the reporters attended practice, so there were some things from that we didn't get to discuss yesterday that I would like to share with you this morning and break down and get into a little bit more. So there's a positive with one of the Jets rookies. It's not their first round pick. It's not their second pick, which was at the top of the third round. It's actually with their fourth rounder, Braelon Allen, who has had a really nice OTA session. And sure, yes, it's OTA, so take everything with a grain of salt. I understand that, but still, it's a positive to look at Braelon Allen's performance over the last week or so and look at that as, you know, a really good sign. He supposedly was very good out of the backfield catching passes again yesterday with Aaron Rodgers, and it feels like he's the front runner to be RB2, which I'm not really all that surprised by. When he was drafted by the New York Jets, and just looking at this Jets running back room, even with the addition of Tariq Cohen, I think he has the best chance, at least, to be the second best running back in this running back room behind Breece Hall, and he complements Breece well. But when looking at Braelon Allen and his time at Wisconsin, something that he really didn't do all that much was catch passes out of the backfield as a pass catcher. He was pretty much an inline runner. He was good in pass protection as a pass blocker, but they didn't really throw him the ball a lot. And so far early in OTAs, that hasn't been the case. He has been more involved catching passes. Now, according to reporters who were there, he was getting open against linebackers in coverage, and he did show some speed and shiftiness after the catch too, which, again, some of those bigger running backs, which is exactly what Braelon Allen is. He's in both height and weight. He is a bigger dude. Normally, that's not the kind of running back that's catching passes out of the backfield. You think smaller, shiftier back like Izzy or Tariq Cohen, two running backs who are here. But for Allen, if he can add that element to his game, which previously wasn't there, I think that elevates his ceiling, because I kind of look at Braelon Allen and I hope he grows more than this. I hope he turns into the best running back in football. That'd be fantastic. But my expectation and evaluation on him is a running back who could be like a number two back, run in between the tackles, good pass protector, solid role player kind of guy. But that is a big reason for that tempered expectation, is one, because he went in the fourth round, but two, he does not have that element of being a pass catching back. So he's just going to have a more well-rounded game if this is really the case. Again, we'll see how it translates over the summer, in preseason games, and in actual games this year. But if Braelon Allen is adding a new dimension to his game, that is a fantastic sign. The second thing here is the Jets might have a legitimate problem with Allen Lazard, which is unfortunate. And like I said with Braelon Allen, you could say the same thing about Lazard. It's OTAs, take it with a grain of salt. But I think most people, and specifically the Jets in a way, are hoping that Allen Lazard has a bounce back season with Aaron Rodgers, and that a big reason for his struggles in 2023 was because they didn't have Aaron Rodgers. He was working with Zach Wilson, Tim Boyle, Trevor Siemian, like the rest of the team and all that stuff. So I think that's the hope. But unfortunately, with Aaron Rodgers so far in OTAs, Allen Lazard hasn't been very good. He dropped a pass in 7-on-7s, which drops were a major issue for him last year. He had 5 drops. He went 4 weeks in a row with a drop. He ended up being a healthy scratch by the end of the year. Seems like a guy who's kind of just been checked out, which is strange, because when they signed him, I think it was a little bit more money than what I was anticipating for Allen Lazard to get in free agency. Yeah. But I thought he would be a good role player on this team as a number 2 or 3 option in the passing attack at the time, assuming that they were going to keep, or Corey Davis was going to stick around. And unfortunately, that couldn't be further from the truth. He was not very good in the red zone last year. And again, I understand the quarterback situation is a little bit different. But he was, used to be, a very good blocker in the run game. I was like, okay, the Jets are going to want to be a run-first team. That is their identity. So bringing in a guy like Lazard who could help with that should be good. But then he regressed as a blocker. So he had a dropped pass in 7-on-7s, which is when things are wide open. And on 11-on-11s, he was getting beat by fifth-round rookie Quantez Stiggers. And with all due respect to Quantez, man, like a fifth-round rookie should not be beating a veteran wide receiver in someone who's making $11 million in Alan Lazard time and time again. Sure, there's going to make plays, and that's great for Quantez. And, you hope that he develops into being a good player for you. But that's a really bad sign for Alan Lazard, who's right now your fourth receiver. Maybe Gibson and Brownlee jump him on the depth chart, but I'm a little bit worried about the depth behind the top three. I like the Jets' top three receivers a lot. You have Garrett Wilson, you have Mike Williams when he's healthy, which is something that you have to mention, and Malachi Corley. Those three I like. Outside of that, Gibson was okay last year. Brownlee showed some signs, but there's some risk involved with going into a win now year and asking those guys to play a bigger role. And Lazard's just been bad. Very strange. The fall off from Alan Lazard has been very, very strange. So I think that might be an issue for the New York Jets. But I want to hear from you down below in the comments. One, what do you think about Braelon Allen? And then number two, any thoughts on Alan Lazard? Let me know in the comments below. I am Matt O'Leary. I'll catch you guys next time.